John himself was most likely a slave until age of 17. He worked as a field hand during his teenage years, where he was subjected to hard manual labor. In 1899, he patented a new and improved rotary blade lawnmower. See, back in the day, there were lawnmowers, but they were chunky and difficult to maneuver, and they would often get clogged with grass clippings and leaves, and John's design made it easier for lawnmowers to get closer to buildings and walls' edges, and users no longer had to deal with the frustration of a plugged-up machine. Now, in his patented permit, John said the following: "The object of my invention is to provide a casing which wholly encloses the operating gearing as to prevent it from becoming choked by grass or clogged by obstructions of any kind." So thanks to his invention, mowing the lawn became a much easier task, and elements of his design are seen in every modern push lawnmower used today. Say it with me, everyone. Thank you.
That's so dope, Lonnie. Okay, so our next brilliant inventor is Marie Van Brittan Brown. Marie was born in Queens, New York in 1922 and lived there for her whole life. She was a nurse, right, who worked very long hours into the night, and she lived in a neighborhood where the crime rate was so high and the police response time was super slow. So feeling unsafe, Marie took matters into her own hands. She created a system that would allow her to know if somebody was breaking into her home and contact the authorities as quickly as possible. So that's right, Marie Van Brittan Brown invented what millions of us use all over the world in our homes today, the modern home security system. Her OG design contained a system of peepholes, a camera, monitors, a two-way microphone, and a button that when pushed immediately contacted the police. She filed a patent in 1966, laid down the foundation for the security systems that we use today, including the use of video monitoring, remote-controlled door locks, push-button alarm triggers, instant messaging to security providers and police, as well as a two-way voice communication. She made us feel so safe. So let's say it together, y'all. To Marie, thank you.
Let's move on to Thomas Elkins. Thomas has an incredible story. He was born in New York in 1818, where he went on to study surgery and dentistry. And some say he was one of the founders of Albany Medical College. In the 1840s, Thomas became a member of the Albany Vigilance Committee, which was a major part of the Underground Railroad. These committees provided things like food, legal aid, and medical attention to slaves seeking freedom. During the Civil War, Thomas served as a medical examiner, and in the 1870s, he began his career as an inventor. He obtained patents like things like multifunctional tables and equipment meant to improve refrigeration. In 1872, he also patented the design for what he called a chamber commode, but what we refer to today as the modern toilet.
Wow.
His original concept combined multiple pieces of furniture into one item, including a mirror, a bookshelf, a washstand, and an easy chair. Today, we've simplified his design into something that no home or public place can go without. And for that, we say, thank you.
Last but certainly not least, let's honor Dr. Charles Drew. Charles was born in 1904 in Washington, D.C. He excelled in academics and became the first African-American to receive a Doctor of Science in Medicine degree from Columbia University in 1940. He also became the first African-American surgeon selected to serve as an examiner on the American Board of Surgery. During World War II, Charles was recruited to help develop and oversee a program for blood storage and preservation. Later, he created what we now call blood mobiles. Trucks containing refrigerated stored blood, allowing greater mobility of the transportation and donation of blood. These trucks gave way to one central location where donors could not only go to give blood, but where skilled personnel also tested the blood and made sure that it was free of contamination. His work led to the American Red Cross Blood Bank, and as a result, millions of people owe him their lives. So, that's right, Dr. Charles Drew, for your incredible contribution, we say all together one big heartfelt thank you. I love this. I feel like we learned so much today. We notes already. This is just a small sampling of what Black inventors have contributed to society. Some of their inventions we use every day. Some we only need in dire circumstances, but one thing is for sure, our lives wouldn't be the same without them. Now we've got to take a quick break.